Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Mohammadqamaruzzamansaheb Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Wednesday after the Taraweeh Salat at Darul Ma'arif al Islamiyya, Kareli, Allahabad, UP, India. Wednesday, the 5th night, eve of Ramadan, corresponding with the 5th of March 2025, 1446. Our Hazrat Wala is saying that this pattern of giving bayan, this ma'mul, has been carrying on for some many years. In the holy month of Ramadan, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to recite Quran abundantly, even after Taraweeh Salat. In fact, after the morning Majlis, he would go to the place, hear several lines, and he would even go to say after that, listen, I'm not going there to go and take a walk or to relax or to roam around. No, I'm going there so I can finish my portion of the Quran. So, dakhal muqaddar. So before somebody could even entertain the evil thought, he would clarify that, listen, I'm not going to do this or that, or I'm going there to recite Quran. With much punctuality, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to recite Quran. His normal habit was to recite one manzil of the Quran Majid every day. And when it came to the month of Ramadan, this year is definite that he would recite one Quran every day. Maulana Irshad Sahib of Darul Uloom Deoband, he used to even go on to say that Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to recite much more than one khatam of Al-Quran. The Akabir, their ma'mul and their habit was to recite at least one manzil. Now Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq. If we cannot do that, then at least one para, one juz. So this particular mazmoon of the Quran Majid, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib, when speaking, he dedicated one entire Ramadan on this topic of Al-Quran. I collected it, put it together. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib liked it a lot. I was telling you people that I went to Dubai and I met this prominent alim, and he said amongst all other kitabs, this small risala of recitation of Quran had a great effect on me. It appealed to me. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib himself said that with this kitab, Tilawat-e-Quran, those who read it will become Sahib-e-Nisbat. So, ta'alluq, connection, bond with the Quran Majid is a great boon. It is a great treasure. So here, we're reading from the kitab today. The subheading reads, Tilawat-e-Shab Ba'ith-e-Qurbat-e-Rabb. Recitation of Quran at night is a means of proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here, what is mentioned and what is said here is that from amongst the etiquettes, from amongst the etiquettes, the adab, one adab is this also, that the person who's reciting Al-Quran should recite the Quran at night, specifically at the time of tahajjud. Specifically at the time of tahajjud. Allah Ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran Majid, لَيْسُوا سَوَاءً من أهل الكتاب أمة قائمة يتلون آيات الله آناء الليل وهم يسجدون يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويسارعون في الخيرات وأولئك من الصالحين. That all these people are not the same. ये सब बराबर नहीं है. From them is a group of the Ahl Kitab who recite the verses of the Quran Majid in the portions of the night. They read it in Salat, in Sajda. Their halat is that they believe in Allah and the last day. They command that which is good and they prohibit from that which is evil, and they hasten towards khairat and all good. These are the one who are the salihin. Now Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, this year he used to say over and over again what we would say taqiya kalam, over and over, ke mahroom nahi rehna, kuch hasil kar lo, don't remain deprived, achieve something, go on, try and achieve something. Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of making amal. You know, back in the old days, there were this 52 towns in the whole state of UP or cities, if you want to call it. And Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab then started saying to us that, and picking out, he would say that who is going to make hakiki tilawat? Who is going to recite genuine tilawat, not just customary? He used to make much bahas and go into deep discussions regarding recitation of Al-Quran. You know, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, sometimes when we would understand him to be upset and restless, then we would come to find out that he missed out his wird or his wazifa regarding the Quran Majid. On many occasions, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab used to say that Qamaruzzama, I recited yesterday's manzil today as well. He would become so pleased with that. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab was an ustad. He would teach, but with all of that, there would be no deficiency in any of his wazaif. Teaching tawzih, teaching sullam, etc. In fact, on certain aspects and topics of the kitab sullam, he spent the entire year. So here, in this particular hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is mentioning and speaking that Abdullah, all those who are Abdullah here should listen attentively. Abdullah is a very wonderful person. If only he could read his night prayer, his salat at night. In another narration, it comes that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned that, oh Abdullah, don't be like certain person. Initially, he used to get up at night, and then after that, he abandoned this noble habit. Both this ahadith are in Bukhari Sharif. In another narration, Sayyidina Sahal ibn Sa'ad radiyallahu ta'ala an relates from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam mentioned that the honor of a believer is in standing at night, standing in salat at night. Mu'jamul Awsat. Abul Ahwas al-Habshi says that one person used to spend his nights between the tents of people, and then he would hear the voices of people, and it used to appear to him like that of the buzzing of bees. Then after hearing that, they cry and they're pleading like the buzzing of bees out of mercy for them. He would say, these people, for what they are fearing, meaning look at the voice is telling you on its own. Allah Ta'ala put their hearts at rest and make them fearless of what they are fearing. Hazrat Ibrahim Nakhai rahimahullah ta'ala used to say, recite Quran at night. Definitely recite Quran at night, even though it just may be a little bit. Like the example he would give, the amount of time that it takes to milk an animal. Hazrat Yazid Ruqashi rahimahullah ta'ala used to say that when I would sleep at night, and then towards the last portion of the night, my eyes would open, and then after that I would not get up, and I would sleep. Then out of the afsos and out of the pain and the regret of not staying up at night, he would say that my eyes should never sleep again. My eyes should never sleep again. Allama Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala used to speak about Salatul Layl and Tahajjud, and speaking about tilawat and recitation at that time and the virtue and the superiority of that. He used to understand that to be the most preferred thing to do. And he would say that the tilawat that is carried out at that particular time, it is carried out with much jam'iyat of the heart and concentration, meaning at other times there is so much of temptations, play, amusement, etc. At this time here, the heart is free of everything. The heart is even free of ostentation and show. All things that could render that particular amal as useless and reduce it to dust, all of those things are not found at the time of tahajjud. Besides all of that, in the Shariat, we understand the fazilat of the night, that it comes with a lot of khairat and barakat, and this year comes to the lot of the tali, the one who is reciting Al-Quran. Now look, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was taken on the grand journey of Mi'raj and Ascension, when did this take place? It was at no other time than that great sacred time of the night. It comes in the Hadith Sharif that your Rabb at the last portion of the night comes to the skies of the heavens and then announces, is there anybody who's making dua that I could answer his dua? Is there anybody who's asking for this and that and the other so that I can grant it to him? And then it comes in the hadith, listen, it comes in the hadith that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned that every night comes with an accepted hour, an accepted moment. At that time, whatever dua is made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most definitely accepted. So this time here that we are presently going through the holy month of Ramadan, it is so easy to make amal on this year, the Qiyamul Layl. The Qiyamul Layl, the last, the Tahajjud time. We are awake at that time there. You know, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab said regarding this kitab, or was it the Wasiyatul Akhlaq? He said that, listen, purchase this kitab. Take it, keep it at home. Even if you don't read it, one day your children will read it. You know, this accepted moment at the night when whatever dua is made, it will be accepted. The same moments of acceptance in the golden hour is also on the day of Jum'ah. And look at how our pious predecessors used to spend their time, that on 1 week between 8 and 10 o'clock, they would dedicate all that time to Allah. And then the next Friday between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And then similarly until they would encompass all that time of the day of Jum'ah over a few weeks. You know, mujhe khoon aane laga. I started feeling absolutely unwell, due to which some bleeding etc. from the nose had occurred. and this year was because of me staying up, etc. Then Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab then said to me that, listen, I don't want you to sit in that iftar room where people would come and ask questions, etc., because he understood that it started having an effect on me negatively on my health. So here, Hazrat Wala is saying all of this here because we're speaking about Qiyamul Layl and the fazilat of standing up at night, even though it is for a short period of time. Whether it is a short period of time or it is a long period of time, we will still get that virtue. Yes, if we can encompass the entire night, then that is absolute and wonderful. Yes, but it comes with a prerequisite and a condition, so long that it doesn't affect our health negatively. Now and then if we do it, it is fine. Yes, to do that there continuously, that would be regarded as something that is makruh, meaning this was one of also the topics of Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, that he would always speak and delve on that portion there, that it should not negatively affect our health. Now we're speaking about the night of power. That is also the night. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of looking after our time. You know, all this is got to do with tawfiq. If there's tawfiq, then all of this will come into play. We'll get inspiration from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us make dua. Allahumma inna nas'aluka at-tawfiq lima habbika min al-a'mal wa sidqa at-tawakkuli alayk wa husna az-zanni bik. Allahumma inni as'aluka at-tawfiq lima habbika min al-a'mal wa sidqa at-tawakkuli alayk wa husna az-zanni bik. Allahumma inni as'aluka at-tawfiq lima habbika min al-a'mal. Oh Allah, we ask you for inspiration to carry out those a'mal and actions, those deeds which are most beloved to you. Allah Ta'ala, inspire us to make amal on the ta'aleem and the teachings of our pious predecessors. Allah Ta'ala also give me more tawfiq to give bayan, but even more than that, Allah give me more tawfiq to make amal. I am in need to make amal on this. Allah Ta'ala bless us with His love and a great affinity and connection nisbat with Him. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.